Hello, friends. I'm Miss Karen at Adams Memorial Library, and I am getting ready for Halloween. So I've got some Halloween songs and rhymes to do, as well as some fall songs and rhymes to share with you this week. I've got my shirt on. It's got some ghosts. It says read in peace. So I'm getting ready. And if you are too, please join me to sing some Halloween songs and do some Halloween rhymes. But the first thing we do at Song and Rhyme Time is I say, my name is Miss Karen, and thank you very much for watching. Move the pumpkin over here. And I'll tell you, this is Petunia Platypus. I'm Miss Karen, and then it'll be your turn to say your name. You can say your name, or somebody else can say your name, but we'll listen, and then we'll clap. How about that? Sound like a plan? Okay, let's do it. I say, hello, friend. How are you? We'll hear your name, and we'll clap for you. Okay, we'll listen. Yay! Yay, yay. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, friends. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Now let me move the platypus, Petunia Platypus over here near the pumpkin, and maybe next we can count the hearts on the board. Let's start with this one at the top. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There are 10 little hearts up here. So how about we'll sing again, and we'll count again, but we'll sing. We'll sing up to 10 little hearts, and then we'll say they bring love to you today. So you can give yourself a hug or give a friend a hug. So could we try the heart song, please? It goes like this. If you would like to sing along, please do. And if you just want to listen, that's fine also. As always, it's always good. Whatever you want to do, you can sing, you can rhyme, you can listen. But I'm going to sing the heart song starting here. So it's 1 little, 2 little, 3 little hearts, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little hearts, 7 little, 8 little, 9 and 10 hearts. Bring a love to you today. Oh, big squeeze for a friend. Thank you, friends. See you through my heart. Thank you. Lots of love for you too. Thank you very much. Well, the next thing I will do is I'll move Petunia back over on this side, and I'll move some of these hearts. But, you know, it's the time of year when the leaves are starting to change color. They might be starting out kind of green, but then they are starting to turn yellow and red and orange and brown, all different kinds of colors. So it starts off with the wind blowing, the autumn winds going whoosh, pretend to be the wind, please. Good, just like that. The autumn winds begin to blow, and all the leaves fall fast and slow. They are twirling, whirling all around until at last they touch the ground. They're falling off the trees onto the ground. Remember we talked about the colors? They could be orange or yellow, red and brown. So let's do a song called Orange, Yellow, Red, and Brown, talking about the leaves. It goes like this. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. The autumn leaves are twirling all around. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. The autumn leaves are dancing in the breeze. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. Here they are dancing. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. The autumn leaves are falling to the ground. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. Oh, that was great. We try it again, please. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. The autumn leaves are twirling all around. They're turning in circles, twirling, twirling. Red, orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. Orange, yellow, red, and brown, red and brown. The autumn leaves are dancing in the breeze. Orange, yellow, red and brown, red and brown. Orange, yellow, red and brown, red and brown. Orange, yellow, red and brown, red and brown. The autumn leaves are falling to the ground. Orange, yellow, red and brown, red and brown. Pretty leaves. I'll bet if you're outside, you might see some leaves starting to fall from the trees, falling to the ground, I think so. And you know, you can hear a lot of birds in the fall, and sometimes you can see them better too when the leaves start coming off the trees. So I don't know if you will see any owls, but there could be owls outside. So could we pretend to be an owl, please? Would you point to your eyes for me, please? Thank you. There's a wide-eyed owl with a pointed nose. She has a beak. She has sticky-up feathers for pointy ears. Find your ears. Good. She has claws for toes to hold on to her branch. She sits in her tree. She looks at you, and then she flaps her wings, and the owl will say, "To-wit, to-hoo, hoo, hoo, hoo." Good. There's a wide-eyed owl with a pointed nose. She has pointy-up ears. She has claws for toes. She sits in her tree. She looks at you. She looks around. And then she flaps her wings. And then she says, "To-wit, to-hoo, hoo, 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 hoo." Good job, friends. Thank you. That's what owls will say. Hoo, hoo, hoo. So here is a song about owls called Owl Song. So if you pretend to be an owl again, we show our eyes and our beaks and our sticky up ears and our claws for toes. But now can you do the owl's wings, please? Good. The song goes like this. Flap your wings and fly around, fly around, fly around. Flap your wings and fly around just like an owl. Good. Open your eyes big and wide, big and wide, big and wide. Good. Open your eyes big and wide, just like an owl. Land on the ground and hop along, hop along, hop along. Hop, land on the ground and land on the ground and hop along, just like an owl. Good. Now turn your head and say hoot hoot, say hoot hoot, say hoot hoot. Turn your head and say hoot hoot, just like an owl. Hoo, 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 just like an owl. Good, good owls. Can we flap our wings again, please? Good job, friends. Thank you. Flap your wings and fly around, fly around, fly around. Flap your wings and fly around, just like an owl. Open your eyes big and wide, big and wide, big and wide. Open your eyes big and wide, just like an owl. Land on the ground and hop along, hop along, hop along. Land on the ground and hop along, just like an owl. Now turn your head and say, hoo, hoo, that's it. Turn your head and say hoot, hoot, say hoot, hoot, say hoot, hoot. Turn your head and say hoot, hoot, just like an owl, just like an owl. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Very nice. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Lots of owls. Good. And you know, another bird that we could see at night might, well, I don't know. I guess you'd see them during the day too. Crows. You'd see them in a field where maybe there's a scarecrow. So you could see a scarecrow. Remember the scarecrows? They're in the field on a pole. They're supposed to be chasing away the crows and the other birds from coming to eat the corn and eat the things in the fields. But this field, we're going to have some pumpkins. But in this case, I think the scarecrow and the crow get along okay. But we're going to go to the meadow at night when the moon is out and pick some pumpkins. So how many would be growing there? There would be one pumpkin, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we'll go to the meadow and pick a pumpkin. I picked one pumpkin from the meadow, and the scarecrow waved at me. Hi, Scarecrow. Wave to the scarecrow. Good. The crow said, caw, one time for one pumpkin, and the moon shone bright. I picked one pumpkin from the meadow that night. And then we picked two pumpkins from the meadow, and the scarecrow waved at me. The crow said, caw, caw, two times, and the moon shone bright. We picked two pumpkins from the meadow that night. Good. And then we picked a third pumpkin. We picked three pumpkins from the meadow, and the scarecrow waved at me. The crow said, caw, 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 three times, and the moon shone bright. We picked three pumpkins from the meadow that night. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go pick another one, and that will be 4. Picked 4 pumpkins from the meadow, and the scarecrow waved at me. The crow said, caw, 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 4 times, and the moon shone bright. We picked 4 pumpkins from the meadow that night, and then one more, which will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's getting heavy, all these pumpkins. Oh, maybe we need a wagon, something to carry them in. Lots of friends to carry the pumpkins. Because we picked 5 pumpkins from the meadow, and the scarecrow waved at us. And the crow said, caw, 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 and the moon shone bright. There were no more pumpkins in the meadow that night, because we got them all. Yes. Let's pick them again. That was fun. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumpkins in the meadow. And we picked 1 pumpkin from the meadow, and the scarecrow waved at me. And you? The crow said, how many? 1. Caw! And the moon shone bright. We picked 1 pumpkin from the meadow that night. And then we picked 2 pumpkins from the meadow. 1, 2. The scarecrow waved at me. The crow said, caw, caw, 2 times. And the moon shone bright. We picked 2 pumpkins from the meadow that night. And then we went back and picked 1, 2, 3. We picked 3 pumpkins from the meadow, and the scarecrow waved at us. The crow said, caw, 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 3 times. That's it. And the moon shone bright. We picked 3 pumpkins from the meadow that night. And then we picked a 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We picked 4 pumpkins from the meadow, and the scarecrow waved at me. And you? The crow said, caw, 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 and the moon shone bright. We picked 4 pumpkins from the meadow that night, and then 1 more would make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We picked 5 pumpkins from the meadow, and the scarecrow waved at me. And you? The crow said, caw, 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 5 times. And the moon shone bright. There were no more pumpkins in the meadow that night. There, we picked all the pumpkins. Yay, what are we going to do with them? Make pumpkin cookies? Pumpkin pie? Pumpkin cake? Pumpkin butter? So many things we could do with pumpkins. Or we could turn a pumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern with a face. We're getting ready for Halloween. And if we had 5 little pumpkins like this that were sitting on a gate, we could say 5 little pumpkins sat on a gate. And the first one said, oh my, it's getting late. The second one said, ooh, there are witches in the air. The third one said, but we don't care. The 4th one said, let's run and run and run. And the 5th one said, we are ready for some fun. And then whoo, whoo went the wind, and out went the lights. And the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. Good job, friends. 5 little pumpkins were sitting on a gate. The first one said, oh my, it's getting late. The second one said, there are witches in the air. The third one said, but we don't care. The fourth one said, let's run and run and run. And the fifth one said, we are ready for some fun. And then whoosh, whoo went the wind and out went the lights. And then the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. There they go. And here, if you have a little jack-o'-lantern, you could say, I'm a little jack-o'-lantern, big and fine. I was picked from a pumpkin vine. Halloween is coming, don't you know? So light my candle and watch me glow. You put a candle inside, a real candle with a flame or a battery-operated candle, and we'll watch the jack-o'-lantern glow. So I'm a little jack-o'-lantern, big and fine. I was picked from a pumpkin vine. Halloween is coming, don't you know? Just light my candle and watch me glow. So pretty, 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 pretty. Move the owl and put jack-o'-lantern right up there. So thank you, friends. But now this one is called In a Dark, Dark Wood. I don't know. What are we going to find in a dark, dark wood? In a dark, dark wood, there was a dark, dark house. And in the dark, dark house, there was a dark, dark room. It is pretty dark. And in the dark, dark room, there was a dark, dark cupboard. And in the dark, dark cupboard, there was a dark, dark box. And you know what's inside the dark, dark box? Should we open it up? What would be in the dark, dark box? Oh, it's a laughing jack-o'-lantern. Oh, it's very friendly. It's just saying, Happy Halloween. What else could be in there? In the dark, dark wood, there was a dark, dark house. And in the dark, dark house was a dark, dark room. And in the dark, dark room, there was a dark, dark cupboard. And in the dark, dark cupboard, there was a dark, dark box. And in the dark, dark box, if we open it up, oh, it's a singing ghost. It's a happy ghost saying, Happy Halloween. Oh, good. What else might be in there? Let's check. In the dark, dark wood, there's a dark, dark house. And in the dark, dark house was a dark, dark room. And in the dark, dark room was a dark, dark cupboard. It's a very pretty cupboard. It's got some flowers on. But you know what's in the dark, dark cupboard is a dark, dark box. And what could be in the dark, dark box? Why? A witch making cookies. Oh, nothing better than some Halloween cookies. Yum. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Lots of good things in that dark, dark house. But maybe we could pretend that we are stirring our Halloween brew. Can we try this, please? I've got real spoons that I'm pretending with, so that you can pretend you can just be stirring your brew like this. Your witch's brew in your big cauldron. So you could say, stirring and stirring and stirring my brew. Ooh, ooh. Stirring and stirring and stirring my brew. Ooh, ooh. And then say, tiptoe, 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 boo. Oh. Stirring and stirring and stirring my brew. Ooh, ooh. Stirring and stirring and stirring my brew. Ooh, ooh. Let's tiptoe, 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 tiptoe. And then we'll say, boo. Oh, good job, friends. Thank you. Thank you very much. And you know who is all about Halloween would be Stella Spider. So Stella Spider invited some more of her friends over. Stella's going to go up the water spout, and her friend, the teeny weeny spider's going to go up the water spout, and then her friend, the great big spider, is going to go up the water spout. But first, we'll start with Stella and do the itsy bitsy spider. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and it washed Stella out. Then out came the sun and it dried up all the rain. And then Stella Spider went up the water spout again. Good, but then Stella's friend, who was just a teeny weeny little spider with a teeny weeny little voice. So it goes like this. It's quiet. The teeny weeny spider went up the water spout, but down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and it dried up all the rain, and then the teeny weeny spider went up the spout again. Good, very good. But then, oh my goodness, there's a great big spider, and it's loud when the great big spider goes up the water spout. It goes like this. The great big spider went up the water spout, but then down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and it dried up all the rain, and then the great big spider went up the spout again. Oh my goodness. Yay. So, if you see Stella going up the water spout, you can wait and see if she needs any help. But I don't know if the great big spider, I might just let the great big spider be. Teeny weeny spider might be okay. Thank you very much, friends. Thank you very much for doing some fall and Halloween rhymes with me. And we'll do some more next week before Halloween. But today it's time to do our goodbye rhyme. So can you please find your nose? Thank you. On my face, I have a nose. And way down here, underneath the table, I have 10 toes. I have 2 eyes that I can blink. And I have a head to help me think. And I have a chin. Underneath my mouth is my chin, and very near my chin, I have 2 ears. 1, 2. Here are my arms to hold up high. Here are my hands to wave. Goodbye. Mwah. Goodbye, friends. Thank you very much. I will see you next time. Bye.